It's the Saturday Night Hot Mix on BJ 105.
Because I'm stuck on you.
Saturday night, March 5th, 1960. Sergeant Elvis Presley gets out of the Army as Stuck on You climbs the chart on its way to #1. Dedications for Sunny and Rainbow in Irving, Texas. That's suburban Dallas, dialed in on KVIL FM tonight. Artie and Karen phoned in from Rochester, Minnesota. Hi to Brenda and Don in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And Glinda and John in Paso Robles, California. Hey, Carlos, thanks for dialing in from Santa Maria, California. What oldie can I play for you?
Sounds of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel.
It was their very first hit record. Dedication on this?
To Tanya Logan, from Carlos Valenzuela.
Let's take it back to this very day in 1966.
Hello, darkness, my...
The new Cool 105.9, where at least 12 times every day, we designate a cool $1 million oldie of the hour. Then when we play it, just be the 10th caller on the Cool line, and you can win like Jenny from Orlando.
What's your name?
Jenny.
Way to go. You just picked up 10 chances at a cool $1 million in the Florida lottery.
Put the fun of good time oldies at your fingertips. Make 105.9 FM push button 1 on your radio. Lock it in right now while you're thinking about it. Now you're set for good time oldies anytime and winning.
And tell me what radio station plays good time oldies.
Cool 105.9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The year is 1965. Welcome back.
Starting in New York City at about 5:30 this afternoon, 30 million persons found themselves without light, subways, elevators, air conditioners. For almost 3 hours, power officials in New York State will be without power for most of the night.
Live from the 60s. Wow! I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
Much, much more right here on Z102.
Mac and Ernie.
Hot Mix. Saturday Night Hot Mix. BJ 105.
It's always a sunny day on Sesame Street, even at night when the stars are out.
If you're good at what you do, but want to do better, here's what you should do.
Hi, this is Bill Gable, and it's one non-stop oldies party every Saturday night on Cool 105.9. Join me for the class reunion request party every Saturday night beginning at 6. And right now, you're listening to Live from the 60s with the real Don Steele. So keep it cool. 105.9.
The year is 1965.
Starting in New York City at about 5:30 this afternoon, 30 million persons found themselves without light, subways, elevators, air conditioning. The running gag was, where were you when the lights went out? The population bomb was no longer just a threat.
Grand Funk on Z102, a little foot stomping music for you there. 10:35 in the evening time, Stu with you on a Saturday night. We've got the CD album hour just a mere 25 minutes ahead, and plenty of music between here and there. Please, no more requests on the request line. I have a full list. I'm not going to be able to get everybody's request in. Please don't hunt me down, because I'll be here next Saturday night to try again, if we will. And right now I'm going to knock one more out for you. Mississippi Queen, Mountain on Z102 FM.
Foghat from 1975, wrapping up another six-pack of rock and roll here on DIZ, Orlando's rock and roll radio station. That was Slow Ride. Good evening, I'm Dave Lee. Hey, join us tomorrow night. We're digging right into the archives. DIZ Living Room Concert tomorrow night, 11 o'clock. It is Yes. Classic performance tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, right here exclusively on DIZ. Coming up by request, some Def Leppard.
Remember the last time you looked for a new apartment? If it didn't take half a lifetime, it would be almost funny.
Star 101. Hi, who's this?
This is Danny, Bombay.
Hey, Danny, what can I play for you?
I want to hear something by Donna Ross.
Okay.
Come See About Me.
Well, good. I hope you're enjoying our salute to the Supremes tonight.
Oh, I love it.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to Saturday night at the Oldies tonight.
All right.
We'll catch you later. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.
North Orlando Avenue, Winter Park, 32789. It'll be a night on the town to be remembered with Roger Whittaker, Sunday, March 13th, from WSSP, Orlando's Whisper 104.
Good evening at 1041. I'm Richard Kennedy for Alan Jackson, and there's always more of your favorite music on WSSP Whisper 104.
On Tampa Bay's most music station.
We've got coming up Stephen Bishop, Michael Murphy, a favorite of mine from Peter and Gordon, and coming up in the next quarter hour we'll have Miss Barbara Streisand. Good evening. Here's the news from WWLV. President Reagan used his weekly radio address today to...
As NATO remains...
T93, we are WMMZ, Ocala, Gainesville. Hi there, I'm Nate Graham. This is the Saturday Night Dance Party live from Gabriel's, the place to be tonight. Let me remind you that Gabriel's has Ladies' Night.
News Radio 58, Orlando. Working hard to bring you the news you need to know. ABC News. Officials in Albany. For the ABC Information Network, I'm Ashley Martella.
News Radio 58 time is 11:05. And now with a look at all the weather for Central Florida, our exclusive radar weather forecast. Here's meteorologist Everett Schmidt.
The rain that we have, a 58 WDBO exclusive radar weather forecast.
Current temperature 57 degrees and rain still being reported in some parts of Central Florida. Depend on us for news every hour on the hour, bulletins at once. I'm Rob Newton, WDBO News Radio 58.
The best of the rock and roll top 40 era comes alive on the Rock and Roll Oldies Show from the Westwood One Radio Network.
Hi, Art.
Hi, France.
Welcome back to the Comedy Show. I'm Dick Cavett. We're troubled today from the album No Regrets. I love that song, Americana. That's his latest, and I Have Loved You, Girl, but not like this before. Earl Thomas Conley kicking things off for us. We're trying to here along with you on our Saturday roundup in the country, and still to come in the next 20 minutes, 29 minutes, make that before the hour's out. Got Michael Martin Murphy for you and Reba McEntire. A lot of great tunes coming up, so stick around. I was reading the paper here and saw where in Denmark, the Army is cutting back on trucks. That's right, they're cutting back on trucks, and instead giving soldiers vehicles which, according to the Denmark general, are virtually noiseless and can use paths not open to trucks, according to the general. It's giving them bicycles. They're also cheaper to run, he says. Can you imagine that? An armored bicycle?
You've been to the rest. Now try the best U Pullett Yard. Don't trudge through the mud to find the parts you need. At 5AU Pullett Yard, all cars are grouped by manufacturer, and most cars are on stands for the parts.
WSB.
Kentucky Fried Chicken presents the sounds, the stars, the great taste of the Colonel's original recipe chicken. All together during the Motown Showcase Special.
Oldies Party every Saturday night on Cool 105.9. Join me for the class reunion request party every Saturday night beginning at 6. And right now, you're listening to Live from the 60s with the real Don Steele. So keep it cool. 105.9.
You've just broken a radio time barrier. You're traveling through another decade. And now, submitted for your approval, the year 1963.
$3 plus toll if any. If you're in the market for a new car.
Hey, listen, we are here live, the Cat Mix 106 party. Don't even leave the dance floor yet, okay? We just want to. Is everybody, y'all doing all right? Wait a second. Come over here for a second. Come on over here. Come here. You get to say hello to someone. Who are you going to say hello to here?
Hi, Mom.
Oh, here we'd like to thank everybody for coming out and everybody checking out Y106 The Cat now with all the changes. For the Cat Mix 106 party with Larry D. Ray.
Sounding hot, Larry. On my way over to the place, man, it was killer. Doing a great job. And you folks sound great.
And growing.
105, the Saturday Night Hot Mix, that's Tears for Fears. This is Eric Holiday inviting you, all you pretty young ladies in Central Florida. If you're interested in checking out the Miss Orange Blossom pageant, it's going to be March 12th in Kissimmee. Kevin Casey's going to be your host. If you'd like to enter, stop by and pick up your entry form right here at BJ 105 Studios.
Weekends.
Communications, WBJW, FM and AM, Orlando.
BJ 105.
Central Florida's original country music station is your 50,000 watt AM stereo, WHOO AM 99.
Dr. Science. Yeah. Dr. Science. He knows more than you do.
Dear Dad, we made our toughest parachute jump at dawn.
On your feet!
And I remembered when you said that courage is putting your fear aside.
It's not. Coming up on Y106, The Cat.
I went to Denim World looking for Levi's, and I saw Value sealing the floor. While they're
Get it and leave it all day. Y106, The Cat.
Rick D's Weekly Top 40.
5 with Larry Ted Jackson. Right now, if you would like to pick up a BJ 105 hit album or cassette, go to your phone, be the 15th caller, 424-HITS or 1-800-26-BJ105 toll-free in Florida, and you got it.
The thunder and tire-blazing excitement that only NHRA Winston Drag Racing serves.
Where'd the sun go? It's going to be mostly cloudy again today with some showers at any time. High temperature 68. Right now it is 59 Tampa, 59 Sarasota, Bradenton, 58 in Lakeland, St. Pete, Clearwater, and the beaches, 60 degrees.
Q105.
System all look clear at this hour. Overhead, Chuck Bear for your Tire Kingdom Go Patrol.
Thank you, Chuck. On our front page today, most major polls during the weekend found consensus in the Republican presidential race. The polls say Vice President Bush will keep his clear lead after tomorrow's Super Tuesday primaries.
Connie Burnett's original back in 60. Here's the remake almost 14 years later. Beatle Ringo Starr at Cool 105.9.
You come on.